Good evening, everybody. This is Kip from America Bumper, and you are watching our Friday night Car Chat with Kip. So what can you expect on Car Chat with Kip? We go into a little bit of automotive news. We talk with everybody in the chat room, and we talk about where we're going to be, what's going to happen in upcoming America Bumper to Bumper videos. So we're going to start off with talking about what an extra day off can mean to you. Man, for you guys who have been following the channel know for a while, I started a new job back in the beginning of March. And for the first time in almost 10 weeks, I had a second day off. Now you guys are thinking, yeah, no big deal, whatever, it's just a second day. But when it comes to my psyche and my ability to go out there and do other videos to keep this channel going, that second day off is everything. Because I basically need a day off to just veg, relax, do things around the house, all that sort of stuff. And if I have another day off, that's where I feel the urge and need and desire to go to car shows, go to Cars and Coffee, go to do videos for like how well they held up, stuff like that. So I've got some new videos that'll be coming out really soon. We have a car, how well it held up, that I need to edit. That's about our personal car, our 2011 Buick, not Rendezvous, Buick LaCrosse. And Sunday, we'll be going to a Cars and Coffee down in Bernardston. I hope I said that right. Massachusetts. It's Pringles Cars and Coffee. Heard from a guy who takes pictures at our dealership, all the stuff that goes online, and about he's going to be down there, and it's a great show to go to. So we will be doing that, and I'm looking very forward to get out there and make some more content for the channel. So, Jamie. So that's what where we're gonna be. Actually, also tomorrow after I get out of work at noon, there is an RV show here in Rutland, an open house, I would potentially say. So we'll be actually going and looking at some RVs, and we'll be bringing you guys along. Not sure whether I'm going to try to do a live video from this or whether I'm just going to videotape different RVs and get put it out there. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but you guys will be I'll be the first to know. You guys will be the second. We'll get that figured out. So RVs and Cars and Coffee, that's on the books for this weekend, and I'm very much looking forward to getting out there and doing that. Now, hopefully this live stream, the computer doesn't crap out on me again, and we can actually get through a night of live stream. We'll have to wait and see how this all works out. If it does crap out again, we're gonna, wherever it craps out, that's gonna be it for the night. And then next week I'll be using my lovely bride's laptop to do the live stream from next time. All right. Let's get into some channel updates. Hey, Walter, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you being here. Channel updates, nothing's really changed with the channel. We're still sitting at 312. I know exactly it's because of the lack of new content and being out there. So, again, very excited to feel a little bit rested just from an extra day off. So, we're going to get out there and do that. As I said, this Sunday we're going to be at Kringle's Candle Company in Bernardston, Massachusetts for Kringle Cars and Coffee. Let's see where we'll be after that. I don't know if there's anything close by to also just kind of no, it looks like it's gonna be, I don't know. Oh, old new Sweet Rides. Thanks for stopping in for the live stream. Really appreciate it. Oh, can't wait to go over to your channel and check out your new video. Any future videos and NET yet? Yeah, we got some new videos that'll be coming out soon. But we gotta go out and do some video, taping first before I, have those out. But over the next few days, we'll get some new stuff out there for everybody. See, next weekend. Let's see. Don't know a whole lot that's going on next weekend. Sunday. I would like to say I'd go to Musclepalooza at Lebanon Valley Speedway, but that's kind of pricey to get in there. But who knows? Might do that. All right. First bit of news. How long has Nissan's Frontier been on the market? The current model. Any ideas from those sitting in the chat? Well, 30 years. No, the Frontier has not been out. This particular Frontier, the latest redesign, I could say, not 30 years. It's been out for 10 years, and they're not looking to redesign it anytime soon. It is the oldest small/mid-sized truck on the market, but it's still a pretty decent seller. And the latest special edition that you can get is pretty wicked, and if I had the money, I would buy it in a second. It's called Destination Frontier, and it's $33,000 crew cab, 4-wheel drive, that's been decked out for overlanding with a bunch of cool aftermarket parts. And it's how Nissan will squeeze just a little bit more life out of its decade and a half old pickup truck. So apparently it's been out for 15 years, not just 10. My bad. It's got tube bumpers, tube steps. It's pretty kick-ass. If you guys want to see a picture of it, it's story about it is on Jalopnik. Head on over there and check it out. It's pretty cool. And this I'm going to turn you around so you guys can be seeing the vehicles too. And this is from MSN, and it is eBay. Cool, uncool, or cool vehicles that are on sale right now. 99 Plymouth Prowler. I think we've talked about it before. Interesting design, not great execution, because of the lack of a V8. And that's really, I think, yes, I love that Dakota. I will, hopefully they'll get to that in a minute. Prowler could have been a cool car if it had come even with a small V8, like a 318 or something like that. That would have been a pretty cool car. The three, I don't know, I think it was a 3.5, 3.6 liter V6 that came in it. And the fact that you'd only get it as a 4-speed automatic, not that cool. But, you know, you could get it out, a decent one online for not a whole lot of money. And I'm just going to bear with me, guys. I want to make sure that you're actually, I'm actually getting you in the, getting you everything here. Oh, there we go. Next up, oh yeah, 1990 Dodge Dakota convertible. Nobody remembers these things because they were just such oddballs, but I gotta say, I absolutely love the idea of these things. A convertible pickup truck. I've always loved the Blazers and the Broncos. You could take the roofs off and, you know, have a, you know, open, you know, even Jeeps for that matter. But the fact that Dodge had the stones to actually make a convertible pickup truck, you know, not what Jeep is, you know, going after now, but an actual 2-door convertible pickup truck. Bravo. I love it. Yep. And the V8, you know, Shelby version, oh my gosh, those were awesome. Oh, yep. Olds 442. There's the G body. Olds 442 is definitely not like the, you know, original 442s from the 60s and early 70s, but you know, they're the G bodies. I also have a very special place in, you know, my heart for G bodies. I've always been a little bit more of a fan of the Monte Carlos. And yes, the G bodies nowadays, you know, just have a great classic style to them that you will never see again in modern cars. Pontiac Grand Prix, the Olds, Cutlass Sierra, Cutlass Supreme, the Buick Regals, just a great bunch of cars. Now, this is one that I don't know that I would be as eager to go out and buy. Chrysler LeBaron convertible. I particularly like the slightly newer ones that had the hidden headlights, not these faux wooden, you know, woody sided, for lack of a better word, monstrosity. But these were, and, you know, kind of cool with the fact that you could get a 2.2 liter turbocharged engine. 3-speed automatic wasn't that cool, but that looks like it's in pretty good condition. A lot better than Tyler Hoovy's that he ended up burying for a year. Now this is cool. AMC Eagle. Growing up, I had our next door neighbors had one of these things. Subaru, you know, Outback, before Subaru was even making, I can't say decent cars. I like the GLs. The 69 Imperial LeBaron was absolutely king. You're very right, Walt. But these things, you know, and I don't know if you guys caught the Color City Cars and Coffee or Cars and Caffeine, the first video. Somebody shoehorned a Hemi in the hood, under the hood of one of those things. And there's plenty of room under that hood. And the fact that it's 4-wheel drive, lifted. You know, you don't even have to worry about, you know, much of anything there. Plus, really good space in it. Love it. Another really big oddball, 84 Dodge Rampage. That was another great thing about the 80s. You had a bunch of these things. You had the Rampage. You had the Volkswagen truck, I guess what people call cabbies. Oh gosh, I want to say there was another one of these, you know, type deals. Yeah, I'm probably wrong. And, you know, in a way, you know, El Caminos. That was also a car-based, you know, pickup. But these things, you know, being super small, you can't really put a whole lot into it as far as cargo capacity. But I think, you know, if you guys want to know more about the Rampage, you can go over to Watch JR Go. He has one of those things, and he's done some pretty cool stuff with it. Very, very interesting thing. Excuse me. Ugh. Okay. I don't think that the AMC Pacer is a bad car. However, I wouldn't buy this one. That wood paneling just makes it look absolutely hideous. But overall, Pacers, Gremlins, I do. I am a big fan of oddball cars, and this is probably one of the oddest ball cars you could ever imagine. And I really, I'd buy one, not this one. That wood, like I said, wood paneling, you know, the faux wood paneling, not digging it on this car. But again, that's just me. All right. And now we go on to the 17 best cars for VW swap or VW V8 swaps. Jeez. Let's no. Batmobile. All right. So let's take a look at what who is this? Road and Track thinks is the best cars for V8 swaps. I don't think Porsches are that very wrong to do that. Again, I want to make sure I'm kind of centering you guys in there. Oh, see, that's what I get. DeLorean. Yep, I could definitely see that. And a lot of people have done that. You know, LS swaps, other sorts of engines in there. I think the biggest problem that they have when you put it in a V8 is the cooling. I know that I think I watched. Can't remember who did the video of the smoking tire, but they had a LS swapped DeLorean, and the owner of the car said he had to do lots of stuff to make sure that the cooling system worked properly. So let's see what else they say. XJS. I don't know. I think I'd almost keep the V12 under the hood. But if the one you bought was a XJ6 or the 6-cylinder, then I could see putting a V8 in. But great style on it. Fiero. Once GM put the I think it was a 5.3 in the Impalas. That made this V8 engine swap a whole lot easier in the Fieros. Quiet. Great. Sorry about that, guys. Yes, because of the fact that GM, there's basically for those of you guys that don't know, Fieros. Basically, there are tons of V8 Fieros out there. But again, the Impala made it a whole lot easier to do because basically the engine, transmission, everything in the Fiero is out of, I believe it was the Chevy Citation. So it's basically just the front engine, transmission, whole front end, the tires, the wheels, the brakes, everything. And the way that they put it all together is they basically took an unmovable tie rod. Of course, no steering rack, but the tie rods were like attached as another piece to the connector for the wheel and tire setup. So any front engine car, can be, front wheel drive car, I should say, can be put into this thing without a whole lot of trouble. There are a lot of people who will take the 3800 supercharged engines out of like Pontiac Bonnevilles and whatnot, throw them in there. It's a lot easier when you're working with a front engine combo just because of the way the car's set up. So yeah, Fieros, I want one of these. If this channel ever gets big enough, I absolutely want one of these, and I'd love to be able to throw a supercharged 3800 in it, because these things weigh so little, and power, not great, not exceptional out of the 3800s, but enough to make this thing go. Porsche Cayman. Now that's something I've never seen. I don't know if you guys have, but that would be a very interesting vehicle to slam a V8 in. I'm not sure what would fit. I know that Tyler Hoovey, Hoovey's Garage did a V8 swap in his 911. That's a Apollo 911 was what he called it. But Caymans would be another good one. Yes. Volvo D40 wagons, and really any of the Volvo rear-wheel drive wagons. But the more bricky, the better. And you can see a lot of these cars in drag racing videos, V8 swap, and they smoke a lot of cars that it's basically a real good sleeper. This is another one that I could definitely see. Nissan Z's. Worst thing is with trying to do that now is trying to find one of these in good condition. But if it's in good condition, why would you want to screw around with, replacing the engine? Because it's, such an iconic, car to begin with. But yeah, I could see other people wanting to do V8 swaps in there. And what do we got next? Yeah, any small pickup. Ford Ranger S10. Definitely worthy of a V8. Oh, and there's the S10. Mazda Miata. I could see a V8 going in one of those. I think somebody out there, motorized brick. Yep. But the great thing is those cars, the Volvos, they can take a lot of abuse. E30 BMWs. Yeah, I can see V8 swaps in there. It'd be a great Fun car to have. And the E36s as well. Yep. RX-7. Whoops. RX-7 or 8. And I can see these a whole lot more because the reliability of the rotary engines are not great. But putting LS in under the hood of one of these things, well worth it. Porsche 944. This is one that I could very easily see a V8 slipping into more than the Cayman. Again, just because of the layout, front wheel drive, rear transaxle. This is a lot better option in my opinion. Wranglers. Yeah, not only the Wranglers, CJ5, 7s. Yep, anything Jeep, well worth putting a V8 in. Nissan 240SX. Yep, and that you see a ton of V8 swaps in these cars as well. 911. Yep, as we talked about with Hoobie. All right. Turn you guys back around, get you back up here looking at me. Let's see, are you actually looking? Hey, you are looking at me. Next story we're going to talk about is, I know, something that's going to break everybody's heart. The Cadillac XTS production is going to end in October. Moment of silence. Okay, that's enough. Oshawa assembly plant will end production of the Chevy Impala at the same time. Big, no surprise. You know, we've known for a long time that GM, Ford, just about everybody's getting out of sedans. I think it's smart that the imports are not getting out of sedans because there's always going to be some people out there that like their cars. And if everybody gets rid of their cars, they only have a few places to go. But Cadillac is phasing out the ATS after the 2018 model year, which is phased out, sorry, and is axing the CTS, while the future of the all-wheel drive CT6 is unclear at this point, although production of the latter will continue until January 2020 at least. Another sedan about to be terminated is XTS, which is, again, no big surprise there. Chevy Impala, Buick LaCrosse, those are all going away. They're all built on the same platform, all in the same plant, I believe. Based on a bulletin published by Unifor Local 222, representing nearly 2,600 hourly workers at the Oshawa plant, assembly of the sedan will end in October. It's actually a few months later than the time frame that GM Canada gave, but at that same time, Impala's done. I don't think many people are crying for that. Oh, this is not a real heartbreaking, but this is a very interesting story. If you have a Jeep and you are single, put pictures of your Jeep in your profile, and you'll have a 243% better response. Getting a better response from your ad. Study by the dating site Zoosk is reported by a website called Ask Men, finds people are 243% more likely to respond to a profile that includes a photo of a Jeep. Interesting. You'd think that would mean there'd be a lot more Jeeps on the road, which, you know, there's lots of Jeeps, but wow. Study also finds that sedans get you 42% better results for some odd reason, because why, I don't know, everybody wants to get rid of their sedans. Oh, and all of you guys out there who love your hot hatches, your chances go down by 15% if you have a picture of your hatchback in there. Get yourselves Jeeps. Now this is a kind of a sad but kind of cool story. May 7th, you may have heard that there was a School shooter that was at the STEM School Highlands Ranch in Highland Ranch, Colorado. The senior was killed when he rushed the shooter to try and save as many of his classmates and other kids in the school as possible. He was a big Jeep fan, and for his memorial, Jeep owners came out in droves to pay homage to this heroic fallen hero. Let's see if it gives me an idea of how many Jeeps showed up. No, it doesn't give an exact, but it says hundreds of Jeeps showed up for this. Yep. Jeep owners, because the kid was a Jeep owner, participated in an event honoring him, and the memorial procession of Jeeps numbered in the hundreds. So that is a excellent tribute to very heroic young man. Now, anybody out there remember the Porsche 935, also known as the slant nose? Well, somebody, all right. In September last year, Porsche put big smiles on our faces, and this is from Motor1.com, and revealing the modern classic. The reborn 935 paid homage to the long-tailed Moby Dick race car from the late 70s and also celebrated Porsche's 70th anniversary. What better way to mark a significant occasion in the history of an iconic sports car maker? Now, Stuttgart-based manufacturer displayed the 911 GT2 RS-based car in different liveries, the range of different colors that Porsche did not make Porsche faster, but certainly more desirable. So these are some cute computer-designed revivals of the 935 slant nose Porsche. And we'll, again, pull it back around here so you guys can check out those. All right. Classic Gulf livery. That's a pretty cool one, too. What do you guys think about the slant nose? I do think it should have flip-up lights like the original, but that's not bad. That looks pretty killer right there. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. And it's enough of a differentiator from the normal 911s. Porsche really should consider doing something like that to make the GT2 RS a little bit more unique. I don't know, that'd be pretty cool in my opinion. So what do you guys think? Do you like the idea of the rebirthed 935? All right, that is all the news and everything. Hey, Will R, how are you? Thank you for coming, stopping by from Seattle. I really appreciate it. I didn't get your t-shirt out still. I'm very, very sorry. It's life. Yeah, the rebirth 935s definitely are pretty cool. All right, guys, so what do you guys want to talk about? Throw in the chat, because like I say, that's all the news and everything I got for you. So now we're going to turn to chat and just go from there. So hit me with questions if you got some, or hit me with, or just Talk amongst yourselves, whatever you want to do. Hey, Than, how's classes going?
They're going good.
Excellent. Shows slow rain and yes, we're suffering from pretty much the same thing, Walt. That's the other reason why I haven't been out doing a whole lot of videos. Is it's just been, the weather's just been nuts. If it's not raining, it's well, actually, we got snow not long ago. A couple days ago, up in a lot of mountainous areas, northern Vermont. Snow. No, thank you. I'm done. Well, seeing we only got you in here, Walter, looking at the live stream, I think we're going to call it a night. We will do this again next week, and do look forward to the videos upcoming for Kringle's Cars and Coffee, and we'll get some new stuff out here for you guys in the next few days. Have a great weekend, Walter, and anybody else that watches this. Thanks for stopping by. Have a day. Hopefully it's a good one.